The man the world called cold, ruthless, unreachable, had just stood up for her in front of the whole country. And not as her savior, but as someone who saw her. Serena stood by the window, staring at her phone. Her jaw was tight with frustration. He just made her untouchable, she whispered. Omar slammed his glass on the table. This isn't over. If we can't ruin her in public, we'll ruin her in private. Serena turned to him slowly. Maybe we should stop, Omar. This is going too far. But Omar shook his head, eyes burning with anger. No. I won't stop until her life is in pieces. She chose that billionaire over her own father. She deserves what's coming. Serena felt a cold ache in her chest. For the first time, she truly saw Omar, not just as a hurt man, but a bitter one. A man so angry, he'd destroy his own daughter. And deep inside, Serena wished she had never let herself be part of this. It was Sunday morning. The sky was clear, but Amara's thoughts were cloudy. She had barely slept. The press conference had gone viral. She just wanted a normal day, a quiet breakfast, a walk with Zara. But what she got was Serena Malhotra at her doorstep. A soft knock. Amara opened the door halfway, and froze. Serena stood there in a white blazer, designer sunglasses on her head, holding a brown envelope. No cameras. No entourage. Just her. What do you want? Amara asked coldly. Serena sighed. I'm not here to fight. Amara raised an eyebrow. I just came to say I'm sorry. Amara blinked. Sorry for splashing mud on me? For mocking me? Or for teaming up with my father to destroy my life? Serena stepped back a little. Guilt showed on her face. I was mean to you, she said quietly. Back then, it felt good to laugh at someone who couldn't fight back. I didn't care how it made you feel. She looked away, her voice shaking slightly. But now I understand what I did. Amara didn't move. Serena continued. I joined your father to hurt you. But his hatred. It's deeper than I ever imagined. It's not just anger. It's cruel. And I came here to warn you. Please be careful. Amara's eyes softened just for a moment, but her voice stayed calm and guarded. Why are you really here, Serena? Serena held out the brown envelope. This is proof. Everything your father and I planned. He wanted to release more lies. But I stopped. I walked away. Take this. Do whatever you want with it. Amara took the envelope slowly. Why are you giving this to me? Serena swallowed. Because I'm tired of being the villain. And because someone once told me mud can grow flowers. I want to see if it can clean people too. She turned and walked away, heels clicking softly down the hallway. Amara stood there, stunned. Inside the envelope, emails, screenshots, audio files. Every dirty plot. A map of betrayal, signed by her own blood. That night, Amara sat at the dining table with Liam. She told him everything. What Serena said. What was in the envelope. All of it. When she finished, Liam looked at her with pride in his eyes. You just took your power back. Amara shook her head gently. No. I'm not going to use it to hurt him. Liam leaned in, curious. So what will you do? Amara looked at him. His calm, steady presence gave her strength. I'll use it to protect what matters, she said softly. Because Amara wasn't looking for revenge. She was searching for peace. The next day, the sun was shining brightly. The school gates were wide open. Children laughed and ran to meet their waiting parents. But Amara was running late. Zara was already waiting at the school gate, looking around for her sister to come pick her up. She had just come from a meeting with scholarship donors, finally getting the chance to speak to the board about growing the hospitality program. It was a moment she had worked hard for, but now, time wasn't on her side. She texted the school. Running late. Please keep Zara safe until I arrive. Amara Khan. But the message came too late. Omar Khan stood just outside the school fence, holding a shiny pink gift box and a wide, practiced smile. He looked clean-shaven, wore a new shirt, and had a friendly glint in his eye. Zara, he called out sweetly, waving the gift. The little girl turned and squinted. You're the man from last time. He nodded. That's right. I'm your daddy. She hesitated. Amara said you're not family. Omar chuckled. That's because she's upset. But guess what? Today's your birthday surprise. Zara blinked. It's not my birthday. It is now, he grinned. Come on. I've got cake, toys, and a big surprise waiting just for you. Zara bit her lip. She looked back at the school building. Omar leaned down. Just a quick ride. We'll be back before Amara even knows. Don't you want a real gift for once? The gift box sparkled. The girl hesitated. Then, slowly, she followed him. Amara arrived 20 minutes later, breathless. Sorry I'm late, she told the school secretary. I'm here for Zara. The woman frowned. She left already. Amara froze. What? She said her daddy came for her. Amara's heart dropped. Call security. Now. Across town, Omar pulled into a warehouse district. The kind of place where no child belonged. He opened the car door. We're not getting cake. Zara asked quietly. Omar turned slowly. His face was no longer kind. No, he said coldly. You're going to help me teach your sister a lesson. Amara called Liam, who activated his private security team. Within minutes, every traffic camera near the school was being reviewed. The car. The direction. The plates. They traced Omar's route like a bloodhound following a scent. And they found him. He was just about to pull Zara from the car when black SUVs screeched into the lot. Guards poured out. Omar backed away, panicked. Stay back. But it was too late. He was tackled, cuffed, and pulled to the ground. Zara ran to the arms of a security guard, crying. Amara arrived minutes later, her body shaking. She fell to her knees and wrapped her arms around Zara, sobbing into her hair. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I was scared, Zara whispered. He lied to me. Amara held her tighter. He'll never hurt you again. Later, Omar sat behind bars, charged not only for attempted kidnapping but also for blackmail, conspiracy, and defamation. Serena's signed confession and the documents Amara had been given sealed the case. He would not walk free again. Not this time. And Amara? She returned home that night with Zara sleeping on her shoulder and Liam holding her hand. No more fear. No more ghosts. Just the sound of healing. The prison was quiet. Gray walls. Cold steel. The smell of regret in the air. Omar Khan sat alone in a small visitation room. Eyes fixed on the table in front of him. No visitors. No calls. No reporters. Just silence. The kind of silence that speaks louder than chains. His lawyer had tried everything. But the evidence was airtight: attempted abduction, blackmail, public defamation. Serena's signed statement sealed his fate. She had confessed everything after Liam promised her immunity in exchange for the truth. Omar thought Amara might visit. But she never did. Not out of hatred. Out of healing. She had let go. Back in the city, life had moved forward without him. Amara stood in front of a packed auditorium at the National Women in Leadership Conference, holding a microphone with both hands. A banner behind her read, "From Cleaner to Leader, Amara Khan shares her story." The crowd was silent as she spoke. "1 year ago, I was scrubbing hotel floors in silence. Today, I helped design guest experience models. But I didn't climb here because someone handed me a ladder." She paused, her voice calm but powerful. "I climbed because I refused to let pain be my identity." Applause. Zara sat in the front row, beaming. Liam sat beside her, smiling with quiet pride. Amara's eyes glistened as she continued. "Sometimes, the people who are supposed to protect you become the ones who hurt you the most. But healing doesn't always come from punishment. It comes from choosing peace over revenge." She looked down at her sister. "And from protecting what truly matters." That night, Amara stood barefoot on the rooftop of their apartment, the city lights blinking like stars below. She breathed in the cool night air, her heart finally light. Not because everything was perfect. But because she was free. Free from the past. Free from fear. Footsteps approached behind her. Liam. He didn't speak at first, just stood beside her, watching the sky. Then he reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small velvet box. Amara turned, and gasped. He opened it slowly. Inside sat a delicate silver ring, crowned with a single teardrop diamond, simple, quiet, and radiant. Just like her. "I didn't fall in love with the girl who rose from mud," Liam began, voice steady. "I fell in love with the woman who never stopped blooming, even when the world tried to bury her." Amara's eyes filled with tears. He knelt on one knee, on that same rooftop where she once cried in silence. "Amara Khan," he said, smiling gently. "Will you marry me? Not as someone who saved you, but as someone who wants to walk beside you for the rest of his life." She nodded, overwhelmed, heart trembling. "Yes," she whispered. 1,000 times, yes. He stood, slipping the ring onto her finger. And when he kissed her, the city seemed to pause, as if even the wind knew. This love was built on ashes. But it stood taller than fire. The end.